Welcome to this fifth episode in a series entitled Encounters of the Fourth Kind. I am Father Ron Will, a missionary of the Precious Blood, serving at Precious Blood Renewal Center in Liberty, Missouri. Just to refresh your memory, an encounter of the first kind is a sighting of a disc-like object in the distance. An encounter of the second kind is similar but much closer than the first kind. An encounter of the third kind is a sighting of non-human beings. An encounter of the fourth kind is the actual encounter of human beings and non-human beings. This series invites you to go deeper into your relationship with God, to plunge into that deeper relationship. It is an invitation to enter the divine embrace. In today's episode, we will join Jesus as we sit in our chapel here at Precious Blood Center in front of the tabernacle. But first, listen to me as I read from the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 24, beginning in verse 28. They came to the edge of the village where they were headed. He acted as if he were going on, but they pressed him. "Stay and have supper with us. It's nearly evening. The day is done." So they went in with him. And here is what happened. He sat down at the table with them. Taking the bread, he blessed and broke and gave it to them. At that moment, open-eyed, wide-eyed, they recognized him. And then he disappeared. Back and forth they talked. "Didn't we feel on fire as he conversed with us on the road, as he opened up the scriptures to us?" They didn't waste a minute. They were up and on their way back to Jerusalem. They found the 11 and their friends gathered together, talking away. "It's really happened. The Master has been raised up. Simon saw him." Then the two went over everything that happened on the road and how they recognized him when he broke the bread. Take a minute and look at the tabernacle behind me. Now, I invite you to close your eyes and get comfortable. Relax your entire body. Breathe in deeply through your mouth. Hold it. Breathe out through your nose, slowly and completely. Breathe in again deeply. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Again, breathe in deeply. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Let all the tension drain from your shoulders. Relax your neck, your facial muscles, and even your eyelids. Just relax. Breathe in deeply. Hold it. Breathe out slowly and completely. Now see yourself in your mind's eye sitting in our chapel. As we sit here in front of the tabernacle, you suddenly notice the door of the tabernacle is slowly opening. There's no one opening it from the outside. It's being pushed open from the inside. Gradually, amazingly, you see Jesus crawl out and stand there in front of the tabernacle. As you sit there, how do you feel? What are you thinking? You ask Jesus, "How did you do that?" He smiles and replies, "All things are possible with God." You smile and chuckle yourself. Jesus starts walking toward you. How are you feeling now? Jesus sits down beside you and says, "Thanks for coming today to be here with me. What's on your heart today? What are the issues on your heart?" Take a minute in silence now and tell Jesus. Jesus puts his hand on your shoulder. It feels very comforting, very reassuring, because you have just shared with him some heavy issue with which you are dealing. But having Jesus touch you seems to relax your whole body. Jesus stands up and walks in front of the open tabernacle. And his body suddenly goes into some kind of blurry image. It's something like what we used to watch on Star Trek when Captain Kirk said, "Beam me up, Scotty." And Jesus just disappears. You continue to sit here and reflect on your experience. How do you feel now? How do you feel about Jesus? How do you feel about meeting him here again? You have just had an encounter of the fourth kind. Continue to sit in silence for a couple minutes and continue to experience that encounter. Savor it. Then join me again next month for another close encounter of the fourth kind. May God bless you.